Hello everyone, myself Samyuddin Sayed. Today I'm going to talk about the group project of the subject named Business Process Management Analysis. And with the topic name of the project is Analysis and Redesign of Airbnb Booking Process. So without wasting time, I'm going to start with my part, which is basically starts from slide 6. So I'm going to begin my part with the slide 6 as is booking process. Let me now describe the as is Airbnb guest booking process at a high level before we look at the BPNN diagram. First, the guest initiates a search by entering the destination, dates, and filters such as price or property type. The platform returns ranked search results. Second, the guest evaluates listing. They view photos, read description, check prices and amenities, and look at host profiles and reviews. They may also messages to the host using integrated messaging to clarify details. Third, the guest either uses instant book, where booking is confirmed immediately, or they send a request to book, which the host must accept or decline within a time window. Fourth, the platform performs availability and basic rule checks, calendar conflicts, minimum rights, cancellation policy, and so on. Fifth, the guest enters payment details and Airbnb payment system authorizes the payment, possibly applying same fraud detection rules. Then the booking is confirmed. Both host and guest receive notifications and calendars are updated. The guest then checks in and stays in the property after check-ins. Airbnb triggers a payout to the host minus fees. Finally, posts say both are invited to leave reviews and ratings which feedback into the reputation system and influence future bookings. Trust and safety cares, disputes, and regulatory issues generally sit in separate supportive flaws that are triggered only when something goes wrong. The separation becomes important in the analysis. So the next is as is BPNN model. You can see the model on the screen. It's described in this site. You can see figure 1, which is the ASIS-BPN model of Airbnb's guest booking process. The process uses a single pool for BNB and three lanes: guest at the top, host in the middle, and platform at the bottom. On the guest lane, you can see tasks such as search criteria, view listing, select listing, and enter payment details. In the host lane, the key task is accept or decline required, which is triggered when the process follows the request to book path. In the platform lane, you can see the availability and policy check, the payment authorization sub process, the booking confirmation, and the host payout subscriptions. And there is an XOR gateway splitting the flow between instant booking and request booking. There are also message flows between the platform and host to handle the booking request decision. The process ends when the stay is completed and both parties have submitted the reviews. This model demonstrates use of BPMN model, activities, gateways, and messages flows, and it forms the basis for the analysis in the next slide. Key issues in as is process are based on the as is model. Issues and risk stand out. First, risk and compliance checks are applied relatively late. In many cases, fraud and safety checks occur ground or after payment authorization, and some regulatory issues are handled over when authorization raise increase concerns. Second, trust and safety and compliance process are fragmented. They are deeply integrated into the main booking flow. Instead, they are treated as a separate support process after incidents or flags, which leads to network delays and inconsistent handling. Third, there is a host quality variability. While ratings and reviews, other transparency protective controls such as host audits or structured quality inspections are limited. This creates variability in guest experience. Fourth, Airbnb is exposed to regulatory vulnerability because loyalty specific rules like maximum right limits or zoning restrictions are not consistently embedded into the automated logic. Uh, the platform can inadvertently facilitate non complaint stays. Finally, the process exhibits high complexity at scale, different talents, property types, cancellation policies, and new product lines like experiences all create additional process variants which can be hard to monitor and control without a clear BPM architecture. These findings motivated the design of a more integrated to be process. Hi, this slide is about to be redesigned principle. The redesigned to be process is guided by several BPM principle. First, I move compilers and risk checks upstreams rather than threatening them as add-ons. They become part of the main booking flow ideally before payment is even attempted. Second, I integrated trust and safety into the core process instead of a separate reactive workflow. High risk bookings are routed to a standard trust and safety subprocessor. Third, I standardize host facing workflows, especially around checks in and post stay monitoring. So quality management is more consistent globally. Fourth, I apply automation for routine decisions such as low risk bookings uh, and simple compliance, direct and reserve manual handling for genuinely complex and high risk situations. Finally, I ensure that the BPMN model remains structured and readable, following the seven process modeling guidelines like gateways, clear web object labels, one start and one end event, and a well structured left to right control flow. These principles are then translated into the BPMN model you will see next. Thank you. से boost करना है अगले 90 सेकंड